Hey everybody, in this video we're going to go over how to create a scatterplot in Google Sheets. If you want the link to this spreadsheet, I've linked to it in the comments section below. So you can use that, or if you want to follow along with your own spreadsheet, you're more than welcome to. Now the way I'm going to do this is all the data in this spreadsheet is organized vertically. So what I want to do is I want to compare all this city climate data, and I want to compare January high temperatures with January low temperatures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this column and then drag over to that column so that I have both of them selected. Then I'm going to go up to Insert, Select, and I want Chart. Now Google Sheets is trying to figure out what we're doing here, and what it's doing is it's tracking the low temperature and the high temperature from city to city, which is okay, I guess. You see that the low temperature tracks with the high temperature, but that's not what we want. So over here up in Chart Type, I'm going to click down, and this is what it thinks we want as a suggestion. But it also, right now, will also suggest a scatter plot. Now, if by chance Google isn't suggesting a scatter plot for you, where you should be looking is down here. So if I click scatter plot, now what it's showing us is it's showing us the low temperature and the high temperature for each city. Now oftentimes what I recommend for people is that they label the axes so that we know what's what. Because right now, if I look over here, it says x-axis is January high temperatures and the series is January low temperatures. So just so we can tell the difference between the high and low temperatures, I'm going to click Customize and then go over to Chart and Axis Titles. Now the chart title has already been generated for us by Google because it read the top of the column and just said, well, that's what we're comparing. We're comparing January high temperatures and January low temperatures. Now I'm going to fill this in a little bit. January high temps and January low temps. There we go. That's a little bit better. Now I'm going to click down to horizontal axis, and so that is January high temperatures. All right, and there that pops in. And so then when I click on vertical axis, I can type in January low temperatures. And so that generates that. Now Google will not often generate those for us. So you need to go to Customize in order to put in those labels. Now the other thing to point out is if I go back to Data, we can click on each point and we hover over it and we can see the low temperature and the high temperature. But it's often hard to tell which city is which. Now, scatterplots only work with numerical data, but we do have all the cities listed right here. So we know that Atlanta had a high temperature of 50.4 and a low temperature of 31.5, but it's not fun hunting and fishing for which city is which. What we can do is, if we go over to the series, I can click on this and I can say Add Labels. And what it's going to do is it's going to look elsewhere to see what data we want to put. So what I want is I want this data right here. So when I select that, it selects all those cells. And when I press OK, now what it does is that it highlights all these points. Now, it's a little bit cluttered. So one thing you can do is you can spread them out. But even then, we have a whole lot of cities kind of overlapping each other. And one thing you can do is, let me shrink this down a little bit, we can be choosy about which ones we label. So let me remove that. And so I can add only a few labels. So let's say I just label Atlanta through Dallas. And so now it's only going to label those points for us. So a lot of people get worried that they have to add certain labels and not others. Not true. You can add certain ones and eliminate others. All right. So hope this helps. If you have any comments or ideas about other skills you want me to work on for Google Sheets, let me know in the comments below. So thanks for watching, and remember, the best way to understand something is to do it.